Welcome to Talk the Walk. I'm Sarah Wong. The COVID pandemic has upended millions of lives around the world since it started 2 years ago. In Hong Kong, one of the most remarkable changes is the indispensability of face masks. Lately, ongoing debates over the effectiveness of masks have been reignited in the wake of powerful variants such as Omicron. Is there a mask that can defeat the virus? Today, we're joined by Juliana Lam, Chairwoman of Julius Group Holdings and founder of the Hong Kong-based retail brand Innotier. Her company is believed to have found the answer. Tell us, why can this mask that your company invented essentially can do something that other masks cannot?
Well, first of all, I think a lot of people are not very knowledgeable in terms of what we can do to protect ourselves. For example, like the surgical and disposable masks have the BFE, bacterial filtration efficiency, and viral filtration efficiency, like BFE features. But the virus and bacteria can still stick on the surface of the mask. On the other hand, our Innotier, InnoShield Champion series being developed as Exam 99. We use the US imported silver technology with 99.9% pure silver woven directly into the mask fabric. Therefore, it cannot be washed away. What it does is it attracts negative charged virus and bacteria, burst the cell membrane walls, and therefore destroy the DNA. So it's a very proactive solution instead of a one-time disposable, a barrier solution. And the very, very important thing is, in our daily life, we go to work, we eat lunch, we sit down, we take off our mask to eat, things like that. So it's got to be very human-centric. So the development is from a very reusable angle. It's been proven, tested over 200 washes, and is still capable to proven that it can inhibit and eliminate the SARS/CoV-2 virus, which causes COVID-19 in less than a second. So we call it on contact. So basically, no virus and bacteria can remain on the surface of the mask, making it safe, protective, and at the same time sustainable for our environment at the same time. So I think this is an option against what we think we know, and it's something new, but we really think that everybody's caring for our planet.
Can it effectively defeat powerful variants such as Omicron and maybe some other variants that have not yet emerged?
Such a good question. Be honest with you, to do such a test, we have been searching in the world, different third-party lab house to accept our test of doing the SARS-CoV-2. It was a very, very challenging job because not a lot of lab have the equipment and the tools and the way to do this. So in about a year ago, we were very lucky working with our US partner to find the lab in Florida, and they're accepting this tough assignment with us. And back then, there were no such name called Omicron or Delta, but our focus by weaving loads of pure silver into the mask fabric, we didn't really just aim for COVID-19. We aim for basically all virus. And then the result came out to be very, very promising. So we tested over numerous times of washing, and it still maintained such a promising figure. So in our angle, we don't really care whether it's COVID-19 or Omicron or Delta. We strongly believe that the pure silver, extracting the silver ion from our mask, will be able to defeat basically all kinds of virus.
So whether the virus, for example, like virus for fast changing, such as the coronavirus, or more common virus like the cold and flu virus, there are no difference in terms of when they come into contact with your mask.
We basically not only test virus, but we also have tested some bacteria as well. So of course, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what the future virus will be, but
Right.
as long as there is a protein DNA shell surrounding the virus to let it survive, we believe that the pure silver nature, by extracting this silver ion, should be able to inhibit and eliminate it. And I want to clarify one thing, that the reason why we have to do it from a hot way, by weaving it into the fabric, is because we want to differentiate ourselves from nanotechnology. Nano is something probably people think nano silver ion is similar. Nano, the application is through coating on it, so it can wear out at the same time through washing or from whatever environmental reason. But the way we do it is through woven way. Again, the promise we have is by providing basically a permanent solution, so that you don't have to have a paper and notebook at home to mark how many times you have washed the mask. Basically, you can count on a permanent solution on the fabric that is being weaved in with the silver.
But when it came to metal, I can't help but think of another kind of mask that also used metal in their development, which is the mask that was developed by the government, which used copper in their mask. So can you tell us, is there any difference in these two technologies, or is it essentially basically is the same in essence?
A few key metals, including copper, gold, silver, all carry the same similarity, except that the efficiency is different from different metal. Silver slightly, it's higher in terms of efficiency compared to copper, and therefore, in order to achieve the efficiency that we could achieve, you need to use even multiple times of copper in order to achieve that. We actually have tested that by using copper instead of silver because of cost reason. However, the mask becomes much heavier, and also the cosmetic look of the brown color might not be something people really like. So we therefore decided, to go with something that a human is kind of familiar with, silver. So if you remember when we were young, we read Chinese history, how in the old empire, they used silver to test food poisoning.
Right.
Or acupuncture, people use a pure silver, the silver needle, to provide services. So I believe silver, compared to among other metal which carry similar function, would be a more ideal way to carry in a lifestyle way.
Oh, fair enough. Now, I understand that your mask is made of fabric, right? And there's ongoing debate over the effectiveness of cloth mask and mask that was made from fabric material, such as in the United States, their CDC have cautioned against the use of cloth masks, saying, I quote, "The filtration effectiveness of cloth masks is generally lower than that of medical masks and respirators when it came to the coronavirus." Now, will that undercut the use of fabric, undercut the viability or the effectiveness of your technology used in this mask?
The solution we're providing is really quite proactive. I mean, first of all, we have to understand when or where is the environment where people need the over 95% of filtration, probably in a surgical room. This is why it's called surgical mask in the old time, in the disposable story. But then this is why our R&D team have been working tirelessly to improve from our first generation, when we were able to eliminate 10 minutes, 78% of the human coronavirus 229E, to now, the second generation, by eliminating all these virus, 99% in less than a second. The reason is, if you imagine there is invisible virus or germ sitting on our mask, if it can be eliminated at the contact time instead of more than a second, we believe that we can not trade off our breathability at the same time. So we hope that our solution is something that when we have social distancing, you don't really allow yourself to get into blood bursted into your body, like to your nose. So this kind of environment in a lifestyle way, we believe that a proactive agent where the proactive killing, inhibiting virus is a solution instead of just a barrier. And also on the barrier angle, even at N95, it's also up to 95% only. You still have 5% risking yourself. So this is why we push extremely hard on our team, and thank you for all the business partner with the lab house and etc. to help us to achieve this less than 1 second inhibiting the virus in 99%.
All right, well, let's talk more about this game-changing reusable mask after the break. Dr. Wong will be back in a moment. Stay with us.